fastest show in sports.
I am about to take my life into my own hands. I am about to do something so dangerous that no one dares do it in sports talk radio, any kind, radio, television, any form of media. It makes no sense at all to actually get involved in this kind of an argument, but I'm going to do it. Help me. There's going to be a real problem here, and I'm ready for what comes my way because of what I'm about to say. It's okay to hate the New York Yankees. Wait a minute, hang on. There's more. It's okay not to hate the New York Yankees because they don't really deserve it anymore. Now there is the thing that's going to get me in deep, deep kimchi. Around the world, in New York, every single Yankees fan, I'm about to hear from it. This is where I need security. This is where there's going to have to be bolts on the door. Because I just said the Yankees aren't worth hating. But it's actually true if you think about it. Because if somebody says to you, I hate the New York Yankees, well, what's new? I mean, really, what's new? I have grown up in a baseball era where everybody always seemingly hated the New York Yankees. Look, and just for the record, I don't hate the New York Yankees. I don't. I was a Mets fan. I was the only kid in the New York neighborhood that was a New York Mets fan, but I didn't hate the Yankees. I didn't like them. I wanted to beat them every single time, but then again, we didn't play them back in the days of the 1800s, all right? We didn't play them unless it came up in the World Series, unlike today. But it's okay to say at any time that you love the New York Yankees, look, we all grew up in an era. Didn't everybody want to play for the New York Yankees?
I couldn't be happier with how it all played out, and I couldn't be happier to be here today. So I was... When I talked to Billy Monday morning, and he told me that it finally went through and I was going to be a Yankee, I just had a big smile on my face and was ready to get here.
That's Sonny Gray after he was traded to the New York Yankees, saying all the right things. That's right. Come on, what do you expect him to say? He's not going to get up there in front of the media, the New York media, with the New York Yankees logo behind him. He's not going to get up there and say, this place sucks. I really don't want to come here. New York. I mean, I can't even get a reservation at Carmine's. That in itself would keep you from being would keep you from living in New York, okay? I can get reservations, no problem. But still, Sonny Gray said all the right things. I want to play for him. I mean, everybody, it seemed at least there was a generation where everybody wanted to play for the New York Yankees, unless, of course, you're a Cubs fan, a White Sox fan, a Dodgers fan, a Red Sox fan, all this. But at least in New York, everybody wanted to play for the New York Yankees. It's the place to go. I want to be there. And if I'm a member of the New York Yankees for the rest of my life, people like Sonny Gray might say, I'm okay with that.
What did factor into my decision to come to Boston is it feels good to me to go to a place now where, you know what, it's easy to hate the Yankees, right? It's easy to go out and have that rivalry and go in it with full force, full steam ahead. I like the challenge. I appreciate the challenge. I accept the challenge. But this time around, it's just go out and be yourself. Don't try to be anything other than yourself. And if people don't like it, it is what it is. I am who I am, and I'm okay with that. New York just wasn't a good situation for me. Wasn't a great setup for me and my family. I never wanted to go there in the first place. When that was kind of happening, when we were in Oakland and I was getting traded, that was a long time ago. I never wanted to go there. So then I was there, and it just kind of like it just didn't really work for kind of who I am. And
Sonny, letting it eat, letting it rip.
Wow. That was, again, just minutes ago. He was doing a mass media availability, kind of announcing his presence with the Red Sox, and reporters asking him questions about his time with the Yankees. He was traded there in 2017 in exchange for a package including James Kaprielian, who just got married, by the way. Congratulations, James. Way to go. I thought that was pretty interesting. Usually if a guy doesn't work in a place, the comments want to distance that. Like, it's like, oh, it was fine. You know, I loved everybody there, but he was like, yeah, it's easy to hate the Yankees.
Sonny Gray sends nuclear shockwaves through baseball. Here's a guy who's done pretty well with the New York Yankees, gets traded to the Boston Red Sox, and comes out and say, it's easy to hate the Yankees? I didn't want to go there in the first place? Horrors! How can you say that? These are the New York Yankees. These are the Bronx Bombers. These are the Pinstripers. This is the greatest organization in the history of Major League Baseball. How could you not want to go there? It's easy. Because the Yankees are easy to hate. And now that he's a member of the Red Sox, you say all the right things. It's easy to hate the Yankees because there's that deep-seated hate between Boston and New York, Red Sox and Yankees. Happens all the time. Look, I can understand what Sonny Gray is saying. And he's saying all the right things, like he did in New York when he got there, because now he's a member of the Boston Red Sox. And I understand that hate. I was there when the Boston Red Sox broke the curse of the Bambino. Okay, I got there a year before, hosting a great show called Sports Pulse on local cable. Won a lot of awards, had some great times, met a lot of people, still have great friends there. But the Red Sox had not won since I got there. And then I got there next year, Red Sox win the World Series. People of Boston, yes, I am happy to take full responsibility and full credit for winning the World Series and breaking the curse of the Bambino. What else could there be? You guys had been trying it for generations and you hadn't gone there. Ed Berliner walks in, Red Sox win the World Series. So, I'm happy to take credit for that, but I'm also happy to point out that at that time there was seething hate. I mean, generational hate, loathing between the Red Sox and the Yankees fans. Actually, it was more from the Red Sox fans toward the Yankees because the Yankees had been winning. The Yankees were still rolling up World Series, still competing for World Series. The Red Sox couldn't get lucky. I mean, they were still looking back on the series where basically they lost to the Mets. I mean, they're going back that far. Okay, they're going back to Bill Buckner, for crying out loud. But they hated the Red Sox. They hated the Yankees, rather. And I can tell you that right now, as we sit doing this show in 2025, there's not that much hate. It's not that big a deal anymore. I mean, if you go to Boston, yeah, the old-time fans will tell you we really still hate the Yankees, hate everything about them. Nosh, nosh, ganache, ganache, snarl and all that crap. But the younger fans right now, it's okay. We don't really hate the Yankees. Come on, I got friends in New York. I actually go to school in New York. My dad lives in New York. My mom's there. Whatever it is. There's not that big a deal of the hate. And Yankees fans certainly don't hate Red Sox fans like they used to. I have friends of mine who are, I mean, we're talking deep in the wool Yankees fans. One of them especially. And even when the Red Sox come out, it used to be that when the Red Sox and the Yankees met in a series, anytime, I mean, life stops. That's it. I'm parked in front of the TV set for the next 3 or 4 days, whatever it is. I'm going to the games. I'm going to Fenway. I'm going to Yankee Stadium. Now, it's okay. It's okay. So that's part of the reason why. Sure, it's okay to hate the New York Yankees, but why? What's there to hate? No, seriously, come on, let's break this down. The New York Yankees, I can understand it at a certain point where people are saying, oh, they've won 197 World Series titles and we got to hate them because they're the best team in baseball. No, they're not. Not anymore. I mean, they're a good team in baseball. They're a winning team most of the time in baseball. But since the year 2000, they've won 2 World Series. 2. Count them. All right? And they haven't won one since 2009. And when it comes down to the New York Yankees, when people say we hate the Yankees, I'll tell you who hates the Yankees. Yankee fans. I've never in my career, in my life, have I seen any one group of dedicated fans that hates their team more than Yankees fans. It's toxic. You can feel it. I mean, it certainly is generated by the New York media, specifically on radio, with the clowns there who do nothing more than every single day we got to attack the Yankees. Let's go ahead and attack Brian Cashman. Let's go ahead and attack Aaron Boone. Let's attack them all the time. I mean, that's what it is. It's not histrionics, because they drive it to the point where the fans get involved, and they do it because they want you to call. They want you to go ahead and kick up the ratings. It's the only way to get them excited. It's the same thing come football season when they get Giants fans all excited. Jets fans, it's okay. Knicks fans, okay, it really doesn't. Rangers, But the Yankees? Oh, tune them up, baby. Let's get them in there and get their own fans to hate the Yankees. And you do. I mean, during this entire last season, how often did we hear about the absolute seething, grinding hate for everything Brian Cashman did? And he's the reason why the franchise sucks. And Aaron Boone, are you kidding? This guy needs to be run out of town on a rail. As a matter of fact, don't even shave the rail. Make sure that it hurts on the way out of town. We got to get rid of Boone. It's the palpable hate of Yankees fans for their own team is the single greatest hate for the New York Yankees. I mean, look, you can hate the Dodgers, and it's easy to hate the Dodgers right now because they're winning, because everybody knows that the easiest way to hate a team in any way, shape, or form is when they're winning. So you hate the Dodgers because they're winning. Dodgers fans hate the San Francisco Giants. Giants fans hate the Dodgers. Okay, White Sox hate the Cubs. Cubs hate the White Sox, all right? I mean, it's still there, but it's not nearly as bad, although I will tell you this much. I think the Dodgers-Giants hate, I think that is really thick. And there's a problem there because it turns into violence. You can hate a team all you want as long as it doesn't turn into violence. There's no reason for that. It's a game, for crying out loud. It's a sport. People get all bent out of shape, which is what used to happen in Boston against the Red Sox. Doesn't happen anymore. I can tell you, I talk to the fans up there all the time. Hey, who you playing this weekend? Yankees. You going to the game? Nah, I got things to do. That would never happen in Boston before. And it certainly wouldn't happen in New York. I mean, you'd pack the stadiums. But, I mean, it's okay to hate the Yankees, but there's no reason to hate them anymore. The Yankees are a good team. They are a championship caliber team. They are a team that contends for the World Series. They are a team that wins. They are a team that you've always got to be concerned about because they're bringing in the best players most of the time. They're bringing in the powerful players. They've got all this money to spend. So, yeah, it's okay to hate them, but why? Why? Maybe it's better put, instead of talking about hating the Yankees, how about fearing the Yankees? That's a better way to put it. Nobody fears the New York Yankees anymore. Yankees come to town. They're coming in with great players. But do they fear them? No. I mean, yeah, you've probably got some teams out there like the Kansas City Royals and some of the other also-rans, the Oakland A's and others in the American League that might fear the Yankees because they fear they're going to get the shit kicked out of them for 2 or 3 games or 4 games. But most people don't fear the Yankees anymore because the Yankees are as vulnerable as anybody else. They're human. The New York Yankees are mortal. And look, this is not, Yankees fans, you got to climb down a little bit. And for those of you seeing this, I don't hate you, and I don't hate the Yankees. Like I said, I was a Mets fan, and we didn't like the Yankees, and yeah, we said we hated them, okay? But it wasn't like a deep, palpable hate for the Yankees. It was just, okay, we hated them because they weren't our team. But there's no real reason to hate the Yankees anymore. And it says nothing to do about you. I don't hate you. This isn't personal. It's not personal, Sonny. This is business. This is the business of baseball. Every time I'm out, they pull me back in. I just thought it was good to throw a couple of Godfather references in there just because they always fit. But the Yankees aren't hated anymore. It's okay to hate them if you want. But to me, I don't see the reason. And I think even Yankee fans themselves, Yankees fans need to stop buying into all this media-induced hate that you get there. What the radio stations and the clowns on the different radio shows do, they jack you up, they piss you off because they want you to be as angry as you possibly can be at the New York Yankees, because they want you to call the shows, they want you to scream your anger, they want better ratings, they want to make sure they beat the other guy and gal, and the way to do it is foster that deep-seated, rooted hate against Brian Cashman and whoever. It's not Boone, it's not whoever is managing the Yankees. You got to hate them. Oh, they make stupid plays. Oh, they make stupid mistakes. I would have done that. I should have done that. We could have done that. They should have been that. It's easy to say. It's all the second-guessing nonsense that happens in every single sport. But stop hating your team. It's not like they're at the bottom. It's not like the Yankees are finishing dead last. They're still a contending team. So, I like them. I respect them. Let's put it that way. But hating the Yankees? Nobody hates you anymore. Nobody fears you anymore. There's no reason to hate or fear the Yankees. I mean, yeah, there is a sports hate that we all have. You can all say it. If you're a fan of the Dodgers, you hate the Giants. Fan of the Cubs, you hate the White Sox. Fan of the Red Sox, you hate the Yankees. I mean, it's just the way things happen. But thanks to Sonny Gray, we now have a moment where we can actually learn that there are some people who don't want to play for the Yankees, who don't consider it the greatest point of their lives to put on the pinstripes, and who think it's okay to root against them. Look, it's easy to leave the Yankees and be hated the way the fans treat them sometimes. I mean, look, New York's a tough town. I mean, New York's a difficult place to play. I don't care what sport it is. From politics on down to baseball to hockey to basketball to football, it doesn't make a difference. It is a tough town because you're either winning or you're hated. I get that. And for a guy like Sonny Gray to say it's easy to hate the Yankees, that's what happens. And I guarantee you when Gray comes back to Yankee Stadium, he is going to be booed viciously by the Yankees fans. But after a game or two, it'll go away. If the Yankees beat him, it'll go away. If he beats the Yankees, they'll hate him even more, and then it'll go to the next game and the next game. That's the way sports is. But at the end of the day, it's okay to hate to a point without it getting violent or stupid. But the Yankees, just another good team. That's all. So here we go. Isn't this the perfect conversation to have for the 2026 season? Here it is, wintertime. We got to get ready for baseball. It's coming any minute now. And we're all going to get those old hates and loves are going to pop up again. So let's just sit and wait for it. And while we're waiting, let's just all calm down. Go Red Sox.
Ed Berliner, the fastest show in sports.